Hey there, welcome back to the Seatown Podcast, where I invite on Seattle area business owners and entrepreneurs to share their stories with us. Launched the podcast about a week ago. The response has been pretty good so far. Looks like most people have been listening to it online. Would like to see some more people subscribe to it on iTunes, but hopefully that number will grow as we get more interviews on here and I get better at interviewing our guests and more people tune in to find out more about what's going on and the backstory behind some of their favorite businesses in Seattle. Anyway, today's guest is Jon Daniels, owner of the Seattle Fish Market in West Seattle. Honestly, it's one of my family's go-to restaurants in Seattle, and I definitely think they have the best fish and chips in town. It's delicious. They also have lots of fresh seafood and tasty beer on tap. So you should definitely go check it out. Enjoy this week's podcast with Jon Daniels. Well, Jon, thank you for joining me this morning. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy day.
Thanks for having me.
Would you mind just telling our audience a little bit about who you are and what you do?
I am a fishmonger. I sell fresh seafood in the neighborhood here in West Seattle. Got a fish market and grill we've added to this existing company. And we also ship seafood all over the U.S. So it's all seafood and from point A to Z. We bring it in from the boats and we'll fillet it. And we also cut it fresh for the fish case. That way the customer can come in and pick it out fresh that day, take it home and cook it. Or if they want us to do the cooking, then they can come in and order it off our menu, and they'll see it out in our dining area or take it to go.
Sure. Very cool. I've lived in West Seattle for a while. I remember before there wasn't the restaurant here, it was just the fish market. How long ago did you change and why did you change the format there?
The fish market was here for about 7 years, and the guy was doing all right, but it was a big building and it just had the 3 fish cases in there, so there was just this vacant feeling to it. And so I saw the opportunity to come in and put the dining room in, and I've always wanted to cook fish, and I had a fish market before that, and for about 16 years in Seattle. And so here comes this great location in beautiful West Seattle, and to be able to come in and save an existing business because it was going under, and then put the grill in, which was fulfilling a dream of mine, and it was a win-win. It was a win for the community, it was a win for the old owner to get out with a shirt on his back, and then I was able to come in and then add the grill to it, which worked out fantastic. So, we added another great restaurant into this wonderful neighborhood.
Yeah. I'll speak for myself. I've lived here in West Seattle for quite a while, and the fish market wasn't really on my radar until the restaurant opened, and then became one of my favorite places to come. I mean, in my opinion, best fish and chips in Seattle.
Thank you. Thank you.
A lot, so.
We're really proud of our fish and chips. That's kind of our signature dish here. It's our best-selling item. We do the grilled fish and pan-seared scallops and some other high-end items, but the fish and chips, hands down, the number one seller. Then thank you for that. That's really nice. We went around and tested everyone's fish and chips. And we have this recipe. It's lightly battered, and I think a big part of it is the cooking fresh here in-house every day, filleting it, portioning it, breading it. A lot of the larger restaurants, especially if it's a chain, they'll go to a previously frozen, pre-breaded, and I think that's starting off immediately on the wrong foot. What you want to do is have it fresh cut. You start with a good fresh ingredient, do the breading, and then get it cooked right there as they order it. Just come in and we fry it off real fast. So you get it nice and hot. And so we like that. Thanks.
What would you say your kind of ratio of business is between the restaurant aspect and the fresh people just coming in buying fresh fish and seafood?
Almost 50-50. During the holidays, we have a big retail spike where people are shipping seafood all over the U.S. And so the fish market rules the roost in December. In the summertime, the tables even out considerably, almost some nights in favor of the grill. And so we'll run, but I'd say it's almost 50-50 down the middle, but it might be a slight nod at this point still to the fish market. But the way the trend has been over the last 4 years, I'm seeing that margin close more and more. And I could see in another 3 to 5 years, the restaurant will probably be outdoing the fish market. So, but it's just an internal competition we have here. It's kind of fun. Little bragging rights for every day, you know, whether the fish market had better sales or the grill had better sales. And so we keep it fun, but yeah, there definitely is a competition because I've got 2 shifts under one roof. We've got the fish market guys and we've got the grill with the cooks and the wait staff. So they kind of go back and forth. And we're a team, we help each other out, but there's still definitely 2 sides to this business.
Sure. Would you say quite a bit of the sales for the fish come from online or mostly walk-in?
It's mostly walk-in. When we do get the online and the phone sales, those sales are larger. You know, people find us, they're back in Nebraska or New York or who knows where they're coming from, but they'll contact us and ask about the fresh products, and they know that we're here in Seattle, which is a pipeline from Alaska as well. So we're strategically located for the North Pacific fisheries, which puts us in a great position to, you know, fillet the fish, pack it up, and reship it to homes around the U.S. People that can't get fresh seafood can now order from us, and it's there in 18 hours. They'll call us on a Tuesday, make the order, and the fish gets delivered to their house on Wednesday. So we use an overnight service with the 3 pounds of gel ice, keeps everything nice and cold. The pack is actually good for 2 to 3 days, but we do utilize the overnight service in case there is a delay with FedEx or UPS has a mechanical failure, truck or plane breaks down, or a snowstorm, things get backed up a little bit. But generally, yeah, people can get it fresh salmon to their house or anything, a fresh crab or anything we carry, overnight service. So,
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And personally, what's your background? Did you work in the fishing industry? Or?
I did, yeah. My father was a fisherman, and so I grew up on a boat in Alaska and did most of my schooling here in Seattle, but the boat was always in Alaska, and I would fly up and meet the boat. And I did that in my early 20s, and then in the wintertime I started wholesaling smoked salmon and fresh seafood, frozen prawns and things like that, working for other distributors. And that led to a company in the Pike Place Market that I bought in '95. So I was, in my mid to late 20s, and just one of those opportunities that comes up, and it's time to go. So I bought that, and it was on the ropes when I bought it as well. And so I fixed it up, ran it for 16 years. Didn't intend on ever selling it, but then I got an offer that I just couldn't refuse in 2010. So I took that, and then after a no-compete clause was over, so I had about a year on the sidelines, just kind of relaxing and figuring out my next move. All of a sudden, here comes Seattle Fish Company in West Seattle, and I knew the area pretty well. I've always loved West Seattle, and so here comes this opportunity to get back in the fish business. And also we had to make sure that the grill would work as well. So I talked to the landlord, and they said, yeah, you can put a restaurant in here. And so that's the way it worked. I was able to purchase the fish market, and then I bought it October of 2011, and we had the restaurant completed by end of March the following year. So it was all within about 5-6 months. It was just boom, boom, get it wrapped up. So yeah, we've been serving cooked food since 2012, the spring of 2012.
Okay. Sure. So it sounds like you have quite a big background in fishing and running a business and stuff. What would you say that your favorite thing about running this company is?
The challenge was the grill side. I knew the fish market side. Like I said, I'd done that for 16 years, and so I've got over 20 years in that side of it now. So that's pretty well. It's a well-oiled machine. The grill, though, we had to expand it. We started out with one little chalkboard. It was fish and chips and clam chowder and I think 4 or 5 other little items. And then we ran a fish taco special one year. It was actually 1 week. And all of a sudden, the overwhelming demand, people kept coming back for the fish tacos. So then we put that on the menu. And then we added 2 more chowders. And so we've got 4 chowders every day. And the grill has taken off as well too. We've added started out with king salmon and scallops, and We're doing the halibut and all that now. So we've got the menu's 4 boards now. Where it started out as 1, we've got 4 full menu boards now.
Sure. You've always got tasty beer on tap too. So.
Yeah, thank you. I got to get that plug in there. Yeah, beer and wine. Yeah, we've got that. No hard licks yet, but we've got the beer and the wine, which pair really nice with seafood.
Yeah. And what would you say kind of stands out differently about how Sail Fish Company does things versus the plethora of other seafood restaurants or fish?
The one thing here, we're very unique with the fact that we've got the fish market and the grill under the same roof. Most restaurants are ordering from wholesalers, and with that comes the trucking systems and warehouses where you get that delay. We're cutting and portioning our fish in here from our own fish market into the restaurant every day as we go. So that'll happen 2 or 3 times throughout the day. So it's all fresh cut, and we're not kidding around. It's just done right there within hours.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. If one of my listeners wants to know more or get a hold of you or come in and try it out for themselves, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Best thing, you can come in or call. We're open from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday we open the door at 10. The grill opens at 11, so best thing to do is just come on in. If you want to ship seafood, you can do that over the phone or online, and you can also call in to-go orders. If you're in a hurry, coming home from work, need some good, fresh, healthy seafood to take home, give us a call about 10-15 minutes in advance. We'll put the order in, and it'll just be here and waiting. You don't have to pay in advance or anything. Just make the order and come on in, and we'll have it ready and waiting for you.
Great. And what's your website again?
We're at SeattleFishCompany.com, and spell company all the way out. The number here, 206-938-7576. And there are specials on the website for the sales page if you wanted to ship something out. We've got about 8 or 10 of our best sellers kind of wrapped into a package that includes the shipping and packing and everything.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for your time today, Jon. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Right on.
Well, that's it for this week's interview. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the Seatown Podcast on iTunes and leave me a review. That would definitely help, as well as sharing it with a friend if you enjoyed the content. If you have any feedback or suggestions for me, you can contact me at christianharris@seatown.com, c-town.com. And if you'd like to be a guest on my podcast, you can also send me an email at that address. Or visit me at seatown.com. Thanks for listening, and see you next week.